Have you ever woken up in the morning and wondered where all your energy went? Maybe you remember a time when you'd hop out of bed, ready to take on the world, but now it feels like your body needs a little more convincing to get moving. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. As we get older, mornings can feel a bit slower, and sometimes it's tempting to just stay under the covers a little longer. But here's the good news. You have more control over your mornings and your independence than you might think. The routines you start your day with can make a world of difference, not just for your energy, but for your strength, your mood, and your ability to stay independent and active after 65. Today, I want to talk with you about something that's close to my heart. How simple morning habits can help you feel stronger, more confident, and ready to enjoy life on your own terms. We're going to explore 5 easy routines that can help you stay independent and keep your body and mind in great shape, no matter your age. These aren't complicated or time-consuming. In fact, you might already be doing some of them without even realizing how powerful they are. But with a little intention and consistency, these habits can become the foundation for a healthier, happier you. Let's start with the first habit, and it's one that might surprise you: waking up with purpose. Now, I know that sounds a bit abstract, but hear me out. When you wake up in the morning, what's the first thing you think about? Is it the aches in your knees, the list of things you have to do, or maybe just a sense of here we go again? It's easy to let those thoughts set the tone for your whole day. But what if, instead, you took a moment, just a minute or two, to set an intention for your day? Maybe it's something simple, like today, I'm going to enjoy my breakfast and take a walk outside, or I'm going to call my friend and have a good laugh. Giving yourself a reason to get up, no matter how small, can shift your mindset from I have to I get to. That little change can make mornings feel less like a chore and more like an opportunity. I've spoken with so many people who say that having a sense of purpose, even in the smallest things, helps them feel more alive and motivated. Maybe you have a plant to water, a pet to feed, or a favorite song to listen to as you start your day. These little rituals can anchor you, give you something to look forward to, and remind you that every day is a new chance to do something meaningful. And if you're not sure what your purpose is right now, that's okay. It can be as simple as deciding to smile at yourself in the mirror or to enjoy the warmth of your morning coffee. The important thing is to start your day with intention rather than letting the day just happen to you. Now, once you're up and you've set your intention, the next habit is all about movement. I know, exercise can sound intimidating, especially if you're dealing with stiff joints or old injuries, but I'm not talking about running marathons or lifting heavy weights. I'm talking about gentle, mindful movement that wakes up your body and gets your blood flowing. Think of it as saying good morning to your muscles and joints. Even just 5 or 10 minutes of stretching, reaching, or walking around your home can make a huge difference. One of my favorite ways to start the day is with a simple stretching routine. You don't need any fancy equipment or a gym membership. Just stand up, reach your arms overhead, take a deep breath, and feel your body lengthen. Maybe roll your shoulders a few times, gently twist from side to side, or march in place. If you're able, try standing on your toes and then rocking back on your heels. These small movements help wake up your balance, loosen up your joints, and remind your body that it's time to get going. If you prefer, you can even do some stretches while sitting on the edge of your bed. The key is to move in a way that feels good for you, without pushing yourself too hard. I've heard from many seniors who say that just a few minutes of gentle movement in the morning helps them feel more steady on their feet and less likely to have those wobbly moments that can lead to falls. It's not about perfection or pushing through pain. It's about listening to your body and giving it the attention it deserves. And if you make it a habit, you might be surprised at how much easier it becomes to get up and get moving each day. After you've set your intention and moved your body, the next habit is one that's often overlooked but incredibly important: staying hydrated. I know, it sounds simple, but so many of us forget to drink enough water, especially in the morning. After a long night's sleep, your body is naturally a bit dehydrated, and that can make you feel sluggish, dizzy, or even confused. Before you reach for your coffee or tea, try starting your day with a glass of water. It doesn't have to be ice cold or fancy, just plain water is perfect. If you like, you can add a slice of lemon or a splash of juice for a little flavor. Drinking water first thing in the morning helps wake up your digestive system, flush out toxins, and get your metabolism going. It can also help with joint stiffness and keep your skin looking healthy. I know some people worry about having to run to the bathroom more often, but staying hydrated actually helps your body work more efficiently, and over time you might find that you feel better overall. If you're not used to drinking water in the morning, start with a small glass and gradually increase it as you get used to the habit. So, as you can see, these first few habits, waking up with purpose, moving your body, and staying hydrated, are simple, but they set the stage for a day where you feel more in control, more energized, and more independent. Each one builds on the other, creating a morning routine that supports your strength and well-being. Let's keep this momentum going, because the way you start your morning truly shapes the rest of your day. After you've set your intention, moved your body, and had that refreshing glass of water, it's time to think about fueling yourself with a nourishing breakfast. I know, you've probably heard 1,000 times that breakfast is the most important meal of the day, but there's a good reason for that, especially as we get older. Your body needs the right kind of energy to keep you strong, steady, and focused, and skipping breakfast or grabbing something sugary can leave you feeling tired or even a little shaky. Imagine sitting down at your kitchen table, maybe with a bit of sunlight streaming in, and taking a few moments to really enjoy your meal. It doesn't have to be complicated or fancy. In fact, some of the best breakfasts are the simplest ones. Think about a bowl of oatmeal with some fresh fruit, a slice of whole grain toast with a little peanut butter, or even a hard-boiled egg with a few slices of tomato. The key is to include a mix of protein, healthy fats, and fiber. These foods help keep your blood sugar steady, give you lasting energy, and support your muscles and bones. I've met so many people who say they just don't feel hungry in the morning, or they're in the habit of skipping breakfast altogether. If that's you, try starting small. Even a handful of nuts or a piece of fruit can make a difference. Over time, your body will get used to having a little something in the morning, and you'll likely notice you have more energy and fewer cravings later in the day. And if you enjoy your morning coffee or tea, that's perfectly fine. Just try to have it alongside your breakfast, not instead of it. Another thing to keep in mind is that breakfast is a wonderful opportunity to add in some of those nutrients that are especially important as we age. Calcium, vitamin D, and protein all play a big role in keeping your bones and muscles strong. Maybe you add a little milk or yogurt to your cereal, or sprinkle some seeds on your toast. These small choices add up and they help you stay independent by supporting your strength and balance. Now, as you finish your breakfast and start thinking about the rest of your day, there's another habit that can make a huge difference: practicing a moment of mindfulness or gratitude. I know life can get busy and sometimes our minds are already racing with to-do lists or worries before we've even finished our first cup of coffee. But taking just a minute or two to pause, breathe, and focus on something positive can help calm your mind and set a peaceful tone for the day ahead. You don't need to sit cross-legged on the floor or chant anything unless you want to. Mindfulness can be as simple as closing your eyes, taking a few slow, deep breaths, and noticing how your body feels. Or maybe you look out the window and appreciate the way the light hits the trees, or you think about something you're grateful for, a loved one, a favorite memory, or even just the fact that you woke up to a new day. These small moments of reflection can help reduce stress, improve your mood, and even support your memory and focus. I've heard from many seniors who say that starting the day with a little gratitude helps them feel more hopeful and less weighed down by worries. It's easy to get caught up in what's not going right, but when you make a habit of noticing the good, even if it's just one small thing, it can shift your whole perspective. And if you like, you can write your thoughts down in a notebook or share them with a friend or family member. Sometimes, just saying out loud what you're thankful for can make it feel more real. As you move through your morning, you might also find it helpful to plan a small activity that brings you joy or gives you a sense of accomplishment. Maybe it's tending to your garden, working on a puzzle, or calling a friend for a quick chat. These little activities aren't just ways to pass the time, they're important for keeping your mind sharp, your spirits high, and your sense of independence strong. When you have something to look forward to, no matter how small, it gives your day structure and meaning. And remember, it's not about doing everything perfectly or following a strict routine. Life happens, and some mornings will be easier than others. The important thing is to be gentle with yourself and to celebrate the small victories. Maybe today you managed to stretch a little longer, or you tried a new breakfast recipe, or you took a moment to appreciate the sunshine. These are all steps toward a stronger, more independent you. So, as you finish up your morning routine, take a moment to notice how you feel. Maybe you're a little more awake, a little more steady on your feet, or just a bit more hopeful about the day ahead. These habits aren't magic, but when you practice them regularly, they can help you build the kind of strength and confidence that keeps you living life on your own terms. And that's something worth celebrating. As your morning unfolds, you might notice that these small habits are already making a difference in how you feel. Maybe your steps are a little lighter, or your mind feels a bit clearer. That's the beauty of a good morning routine. It doesn't just set you up for a better day, it helps you build resilience and independence over time. Now, let's talk about another powerful habit that often gets overlooked, but can truly transform your mornings and your overall well-being: connecting with others, even in simple ways. It's easy to underestimate the impact of a friendly conversation or a quick check-in with someone you care about. But social connection is just as important for your health as eating well or staying active. In fact, Studies have shown that people who maintain strong social ties tend to stay healthier, happier, and more independent as they age. So, as part of your morning routine, consider reaching out to someone, a neighbor, a friend, a family member, or even the friendly cashier at your local store. It doesn't have to be a long conversation. Sometimes just a cheerful good morning or a short phone call can lift your spirits and remind you that you're part of a community. If you live alone, you might find it helpful to set a regular time each morning to call or message someone. Maybe you and a friend agree to check in with each other every day just to say hello and share how you're feeling, or perhaps you join a local group or club that meets in the mornings, whether it's for walking, gardening, or simply having coffee together. These small moments of connection can help you feel supported and less isolated, and they give you something to look forward to each day. And if you're not sure where to start, think about the people in your life who might also appreciate a little extra connection. Sometimes, reaching out to someone else who might be feeling lonely can be just as rewarding for you as it is for them. You never know how much a simple gesture can mean to someone else, and it's a wonderful way to strengthen your own sense of purpose and belonging. Alongside social connection, another habit that can help you stay independent and strong is keeping your mind active and engaged. Just like your muscles need movement, your brain thrives on stimulation and learning. After breakfast, while you're still feeling fresh, try spending a few minutes on an activity that challenges your mind. This could be reading a chapter of a book, working on a crossword puzzle, playing a game of chess online, or even learning a new skill or hobby. You might be surprised at how much fun it can be to try something new, no matter your age. Maybe you've always wanted to learn a few words in another language, or you're curious about painting, knitting, or playing a musical instrument. The key is to pick something that interests you and makes you feel excited to get started. Even just a few minutes a day can help keep your memory sharp, improve your focus, and boost your confidence. And don't worry if you find some things challenging at first. The process of learning and stretching your mind is what matters most, not being perfect. In fact, making mistakes and figuring things out is one of the best ways to keep your brain healthy and adaptable. Plus, when you share your new interests or discoveries with others, it gives you even more opportunities for connection and conversation. As you weave these habits into your morning, you might notice that your days start to feel more balanced and fulfilling. You're not just going through the motions, you're actively creating a life that supports your independence and well-being. And remember, it's okay to adjust your routine as you go. Some mornings you might feel like chatting with a friend, while other days you might prefer a quiet moment with a good book. The important thing is to listen to yourself and do what feels right for you. Sometimes, people worry that it's too late to start new habits or that making changes won't make a difference. But I want to reassure you, it's never too late. Every day is a new opportunity to take care of yourself, to try something new, and to connect with the world around you. Even the smallest changes can add up over time, helping you stay strong, independent, and engaged with life. So, as you finish up your morning routine, take a moment to appreciate all the ways you're supporting your health and happiness. Maybe you've stretched your body, nourished yourself with a good breakfast, connected with a friend, and challenged your mind. Each of these habits is a building block for a life filled with energy, purpose, and independence. And if you ever feel discouraged or unsure, remember that you're not alone. There are so many people out there, friends, family, neighbors, and even folks watching this video who are on the same journey. Sharing your experiences, your challenges, and your successes can inspire others and help you feel more connected. Let's keep this spirit going as we explore the final steps to making your mornings a powerful foundation for independence and strength. As your morning routine draws to a close, it's worth taking a moment to notice how these small, intentional actions have set a positive tone for your day. You've given your body the movement it craves, nourished yourself with a wholesome breakfast, connected with others, and kept your mind active. But there's one more habit that ties everything together and truly helps you maintain your independence and strength after 65. Planning your day with flexibility and self-compassion. It's easy to feel overwhelmed by long to-do lists or the pressure to accomplish everything at once. But the truth is, your days don't have to be packed with activities to be meaningful. Instead, try taking a few minutes each morning to gently plan what you'd like to do, while also giving yourself permission to adjust as needed. Maybe you jot down a couple of things you'd like to accomplish: a walk in the park, a phone call with a friend, or finishing a chapter in your book. Or perhaps you simply set an intention to enjoy the day and listen to your body's needs. This kind of gentle planning helps you stay organized and gives your day a sense of purpose, but it also allows you to be kind to yourself if things don't go exactly as planned. Some days you'll have more energy and motivation. Other days you might need to rest or take things slower. That's perfectly okay. The important thing is to honor where you are and celebrate the effort you're making to care for yourself. As you look over your plan for the day, consider including something that brings you joy or a sense of accomplishment. It could be as simple as tending to your garden, baking a favorite recipe, or listening to music that lifts your spirits. These moments of joy are just as important as any chore or errand. They remind you that life is about more than just getting things done. It's about savoring the little pleasures and making space for happiness, even in the midst of everyday routines. Another helpful practice is to check in with yourself throughout the day. How are you feeling physically and emotionally? Do you need a break, a snack, or a bit of fresh air? By tuning in to your needs, you can make adjustments that support your well-being and help you avoid burnout or frustration. Remember, independence isn't about doing everything on your own or pushing through discomfort. It's about making choices that keep you safe, healthy, and fulfilled. If you ever find yourself struggling with motivation or feeling a bit down, try reaching out to someone you trust. Sharing your feelings, even if it's just a quick chat, can lighten your mood and remind you that you're not alone. And if you're proud of something you've accomplished, no matter how small, don't hesitate to share that too. Celebrating your successes, big or small, builds confidence and reinforces the positive habits you're creating. As you continue to practice these morning routines, you'll likely notice subtle changes in your strength, balance, and outlook. Maybe you find it easier to get up and move, or you feel more connected to the people around you. Perhaps your mind feels sharper, or you're more willing to try new things. These are all signs that you're building resilience and independence one morning at a time. Let's take a moment to reflect on everything you've done for yourself today. You woke up with purpose, moved your body, nourished yourself, connected with others, challenged your mind, and planned your day with care. Each of these habits supports your independence and helps you stay strong, not just physically, but emotionally and mentally as well. It's important to remember that you don't have to do everything perfectly. Some mornings will be easier than others, and that's completely normal. What matters most is your willingness to show up for yourself, to keep trying, and to celebrate the progress you make along the way. Every small step counts, and over time, these habits will become second nature. If you found these routines helpful, I encourage you to share your own experiences in the comments below. What morning habits help you feel your best? Have you discovered any tips or tricks that make your mornings smoother or more enjoyable? Your insights could inspire someone else who's looking for a little extra motivation. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more practical tips and encouragement. We're building a community of people who believe that life after 65 can be vibrant, independent, and full of possibility. Your participation makes this space even more special. Above all, remember that you are capable of creating mornings and days that support your independence and well-being. Small changes practiced consistently can lead to big results. So be gentle with yourself, celebrate your efforts, and keep moving forward. Here's to living your best life at any age, and to mornings that leave you feeling strong, hopeful, and ready for whatever comes next.